it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he takes this from inside the 5. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted in the first drive, in with the pick. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline.
There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Gators are threatening in the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the RPO, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. He wants to take the top off. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down mark? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bland. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught behind the line. It's McMillan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got him. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's complete to the left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete on the comeback. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Rasmussen. He wants to go deep. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. Toss sweep right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run. First down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And that one's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Graves. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
He's got it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Grabs it in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. On first down, here comes this offense. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. They'll toss it to the left. Breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that lead.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll give it to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw. It's Rasmussen. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking to throw, it's Rasmussen. Catch in the middle, it's Graves. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. Got room to work. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
First down for the offense.
Reads it, fires complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Quarterback making checks. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Gators decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Rasmussen. Grabbed in the middle, it's Graves. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the offense punches it in again, and we called his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Graves. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside give. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. And with that effort, they pick. Fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The quick out. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. The Gators have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to it. Wow, through the defense. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a crease. It's McMillan. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rasmussen. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control. Turning it on! Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here's the pressure. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys